Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're still discussing about TCAD 9, or the 9th edition of TCAD, taking place in the Japanese city of Yokohama, with the participation of Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, and we are glad to shed more light about this by Dr. Hassan Wagih, who's joining us on the phone, Professor of Political Science. Dr. Wagih, it's a great pleasure having you with us.
It's a great pleasure to be with you.
Yep. When we talk about Japan and 8th edition of TCAD, it actually reaffirms the Japanese commitment for long-term partnership with the and development of the African continent, and to also secure diplomatic and security alliances in the continent. How you weigh this?
Oh, yes. I think this gathering is very important. Let us remind our audience that it was attended by 10,000 participants in the previous conferences, with almost 42 leaders, and it's being conducted every 3 years. And it's very important because Japan is so keen to establish a strong relationship with African countries. And of course, Egypt is a major country, is a gate for Africa. So the participation of our Prime Minister to represent our President President Fattah al-Sisi is very important to be there in this gathering to search for the entire interest of Africa, and also to seek Egypt-Japan Business Council Forum activities.
Yep. Dr. Wagih, when we just talk closer about the agenda of TCAD 9, we talk about many aspects, many important aspects, tackling the climate resilience, new and renewable energies, tackling the human capital development, youth employment, also tackles the digital innovation, and technology, of course, above all. So how you just look at the agenda of the TCAD 9 and how it differs from the other versions of TCADs?
Actually, the differences lies in one thing, and very important thing we should add to the list. We have already said women empower, youth and women empower. Women empowerment in Africa is a very important topic, because women play a very important potential role for African developmental efforts. And I think that this conference in particular is trying to get artificial intelligence also as a new thing. You know, as you have said, sustainable development, youth and women empowerment, consolidating infrastructure in the countries of Africa, energy also, and the clean energy in particular, and the climate challenges. But one of the most important themes is artificial intelligence and the future of artificial intelligence, and in what way there is a revolution in that area, and in what way it could be regulated, and it should be regulated. There should be an intervention scenario by the attendees to handle this revolution, and not to get it into the track of chaos, but in the track of helping all nations to develop. And you know, one of the major, I see one of the major few additions this conference is the role of the United Nations University.
Yep, I was about to ask you about, yes, please.
Yes, United Nations University is a university agreed upon by 192 countries in the General Assembly, so it has its specific role, and it's so global. And by the way, I was one of the experts who worked with them, and their work is very important in this conference, because they are trying to seek peace-building capacities. We would like to seek through the research bodies socioeconomic risks of climate change, water security, impact of protection measures.
Water desalination, desiltation, yes, sorry, desiltation, yes.
I beg your pardon?
And also projects in the water desaltation. Yes.
I beg your pardon?
And also projects in the field of water desaltation.
Yes,
Yes.
and sustainable development and the peace and the equality through Africa also. Yes.
Yep. So, as you mentioned, Dr. Wagih, and in such direction, when we talk about the mutual developmental projects that Japan is committed to proceed with and to carry out in the African countries, we talk in particular also about Egypt and Nigeria and other African countries. There are in collaboration with the JICA itself. There are so many educational projects like the Egyptian Japanese University, like the annually scholarships from Japan, like any other many different educational projects within this aspect and through the JICA to be carried out in the African countries, especially Egypt. How do you weigh this?
Yeah, what is your question?
Dr. Wagih, you don't hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What is the question? You
Yes.
mentioned the statement.
How you consider such a projects in particular between Japan and Egypt?
Yes, yes. I can understand now your question.
And establishing
Yes.
in particular the Japanese Egyptian
Yes.
University and other educational projects.
Yeah, yes.
Yep.
The Egyptian, Japanese University is one thing. JICA is another thing. United Nations University is a third thing. These are all intermingled because they all highlight interdisciplinary research whenever it comes to all these axes of the sustainable development or digital transformation or artificial intelligence or the rest that we have already mentioned. It needs interdisciplinarity, and I think that these three entities are already proved to be very cooperative in their activities with the Egyptian government and in Egypt. And I think these entities are very important to be enhanced, and I think the Prime Minister will highlight that in his meeting. And I think that the TICAD slogan is very telling. The slogan says, co-create a dynamic future with Africa. This means much more closer contact, much more closer interactions, because, you know, it used to be, the TICAD used to be every 5 years.
Yeah.
But they found it's
now
very
it's
important
every
to
3
make it
years.
every 3 years
Yes.
now. And I think that when you raise that slogan, a dynamic future, maybe it could be more dynamic, more than 3 years. It could be on a continuous basis. Because actually when you are talking about future perspectives, and I know the mind of the United Nations University, it has to be continuous. It has to be 24 hours. It has to be accumulating. It doesn't have to have a traditional way of thinking like every 3 years or every 5 years or every 2 years. No, it is a continuous.
Yes,
Dr.
Yes, Dr. Hassan Wagih, Professor of Political Science, many thanks for your insights and for being with us. Short break and we'll come back.